Hey everybody, welcome back to the final manga haul for the year 2024. Now I am missing a bunch of stuff, but I didn't want to go out and not put a manga haul video in the month of December, so here it is, let's get started. From Titan Manga, we have Alpi, the Soul Sender Volume 5 from Rona. I am so excited to have this. We are only 2 volumes away from having the complete set of Alpi. This has been a lovely surprise. I really do enjoy this dark fantasy magical girl manga. I do recommend it. Also from Titan, we have 3 Exorcism Siblings Volume 3. That's a lot of 3s in one volume. Pretty action-packed. It's like Demon Slayer's long-lost cousin, if that makes any sense. But it's about kids fighting Tengu, and it's a lot of fun. From Kodansha, we have Volume 6 of Past the Monster Meet My Lady. Now, I just learned that there's an anime coming out for this. I'm so excited. The first season should cover these first 6 volumes. If you like food manga, stuff like Delicious and Dungeon, and you're a fan of shoujo, I think you'll be right at home with this underrated gem, in my honest opinion. Do give it a shot. And from Yen Press, we have Go 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 Ghost Volume 2. I think I pronounced it correctly. I really liked Volume 1. This is a revenge story, sort of, but it's more comedic based with supernatural elements, as you have this team up of the main protagonist, who is a human, with a ghost, and she is seeking revenge for some things that happened to her in her personal life, and that spills over to other hijinks. Also from Yen Press, A Sinner of the Deep Sea Volume 2. I loved Volume 1. Artistically speaking, this is one of my favorite manga of 2024. The art on this thing is gorgeous. I love it. It's a pretty standard mermaid action-y series where you have a character that has been framed because of human and mermaid relations, and the protagonist is trying to set her free, so she's on this quest to prove her right and all that stuff. I really enjoyed Volume 1, and I'm looking forward to reading Volume 2 here. One more to go, and we'll have the entirety of A Sinner of the Deep Sea from Akihito Tomi. Okay, we do have a bunch of Viz Media releases. The first one here is Snow White with the Red Hair Volume 3. I think I mentioned it last time, but just in case, I am slowly but surely getting the Snow White volumes. I'm in no rush. I watched the anime, really enjoyed it, and thought, okay, I want to collect the original source material, and of course read past where the anime ended. Next to it, we have Banana Fish Volume 3. Same deal. I enjoyed the Mappa adaptation, but I'd like to own the original source material, and this is actually my first read-through for Banana Fish. Gokurakugai Volume 3. I love how stylized this series is. The action scenes are pretty great. They're a lot of fun. Easy to follow too. The plot, you've seen the plot before, with taking down demons that are born from emotions or humans themselves. We've seen that before, but it's the execution of the choreography and the visuals and the way the characters are presented that makes this a good series. I love reading Gokurakugai. Definitely excited for Volume 3 here. Not a Volume 3, but a Volume 4. We have In the Name of the Mermaid Princess. I am a little behind on this one. I'm waiting to get more of the volumes. I know it's a 7-volume series, and I'll do a full read-through once I get everything, but I really enjoy this. It also deals with mermaids, of course. I am the mermaid connoisseur, I say jokingly. Don't take me seriously, please. But this one is a lovely shoujo that I do recommend. And this spine with the yellow coloring looks really cool. First we had Banana Fish in yellow, now this, and there's another book coming up that is really yellow. Stay tuned for that. Dark Gathering Volume 10. Now I have to admit, I don't know what is happening here, because I've only read a handful of volumes and I've only seen the anime adaptation, so I am excited to get through this. I can't give you too many details about this, but I do think this is one of the more disturbing horror books for shonen readers out there. After what feels like a super long hiatus, we finally have Asadora Volume 8 from one of the GOATs, Naoki Urasawa. I really enjoyed what I've read, though I have to admit it's been a while since Volume 7, so I kind of want to go back and recap before going into Volume 8. I'm probably spoiling some things for a lot of you out there. This is one of the most accessible Urasawa books that you can get, and it's super modern because it's currently being published, so can't go wrong with that. Drip Drip from Paru Itagaki, one of my all-time favorite mangaka. I was missing this from the collection. There aren't a lot of Paru works in English, so when I remembered that I did not own this, I immediately went ahead and ordered it. This is not safe for work because the subject matter revolves around sex, so there is going to be a lot of sexual scenes and nudity, and I'm doing my best here to censor things just in case. I don't want to get yellowed here on YouTube, but really odd, creepy, yet fascinating look at the psychology of a person that is dealing with extreme bouts of germophobia, OCD, mental issues like that. From Kodansha, we have Initial D Omnibus Volume 4. These are 2-in-1s, of course. So in here we have 7 and 8. I think I might put the brakes, see what I did there, on Initial D for a little bit after I get Volume 5, simply because I don't have room to collect the entirety of it. And I think having at least the first 10 volumes, or in this case, the first 5, you know what I mean, is a pretty good chunk of material that I'd be happy with. Or I could ignore all of that and just, you know, listen to the little devil on my shoulder and just say, keep buying them. Forget about the space. Don't worry about that. I deal with that stuff every day. Anyways, Initial D, love it. Also from Kodansha, we got Tsugumi Project Volume 6. I have to admit, I'm a little behind. I think the last book I read was Volume 3 of this, so I have no idea what's happening in here, but Volume 7 will be the final one for this series. I highly recommend it. I made a dedicated video for Volume 1 that I'm going to link at the end of the video if you want to check it out, so that you would be interested in Tsugumi Project, because I do think it is quite special. If you like stuff like Hell's Paradise, Akira, or hell, even Suicide Squad from DC Comics, I think you'll be right at home here with Tsugumi Project. Last but not least, we got the deluxe edition of Trigun Maximum Volume 2. This is the first time that I'm reading Trigun Maximum, so I don't know what I'm getting myself into here with Volume 2, but I am committed to owning the entirety of Trigun. That's something that I've always wanted to own, so hell yeah, thank you so much, Dark Horse, for this amazing release. Love it. Look at that. This is a phenomenal hardcover book. It's been a while since I've talked about some anime releases. Here we have Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation Season 2 Part 1. This is not as good as Season 1 in my honest opinion, but I really enjoyed it regardless. And what happens afterwards with Part 2 of Season 2 is phenomenal. But definitely excited to continue Rudius's adventures here and all the crazy stuff that happens. From Anime Ego, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, we have their second release. I am missing the first one. I don't know if I want to do a complete set. It's tempting to collect these things as they are coming out, so you have a complete run of home media releases, but I'm not interested in everything that's out there, so I might just skip it. Here is Otaku no Video. This is fantastic OVA from the 90s, and it's finally out here on Blu-ray high def. The same attention to detail that you can expect from Discotek Media and all that stuff with the restoration process, you can find here as well with these releases. So really cool that we have this. I thought it was fun that they included the slipcover for their official store pre-orders, but I got this from the Bezos website, so I didn't get that. But pretty cool. It's a nice little bonus if you order from them. Shout out. This is not an ad, by the way. But Otaku no Video, one of those underrated and kind of unknown gems from the Japanimation era, if you will. Speaking of older, underappreciated gems, Humanoid Monster Beam or Bem. This is a yokai hunting monster anime that I wasn't going to get, but I kind of baited myself into it. It's fun, it's campy, and it has all the creepy, cool monsters that I like. So yeah, I kind of FOMO'd myself into getting this. I knew it wasn't going to sell out or anything, but I wanted to grab it on day one. So here it is with the internal art on the disc looking great and the slipcover and everything. Just fantastic work as usual from the folks at Discotek. Speaking of Discotek, one more release, Digimon, the movies. This is one of the most important releases of the year for me, and for a lot of you as well, of course. I grew up on this. I still remember, I have very fond memories of renting the VHS copy of the Digimon movie. And I'm trying not to get choked up here talking about it. One of my favorite memories when it comes to this, I don't know if you're old enough to remember, but the VHS copies sometimes would not work, and a good friend and I were upset that we couldn't couldn't watch it. I believe we had the day off from school or something like that. And we were so disappointed because we couldn't watch it. I think the tape got jammed or something, or maybe it was a moldy copy. I don't know. Something must have happened back then. And my loving dad, he fixed it and didn't tell us anything. So we were in my room playing or whatever, and all of a sudden the tape started working in the living room, and we hear it. And my friend goes, "Oh, it's the movie, it's working!" So we run to the living room, and I'm like, "Thanks so much, Dad!" And and then we played the movie for like the 20th time overall, and had a blast watching it. Digimon is such a iconic franchise for me growing up. Same with Pokemon. I love both. I never had any hate for one or the other. I know you gotta hate something if you truly love the other one, right? But I genuinely loved both anime shows, both card games, both video games, both everything. So having this brings back a lot of memories, good memories, and reliving all of that. And thank you to Discotech for restoring this and going through the whole process. Of course, if you watch the Japanese version, you get the 3 OVAs separate. If you watch the English edition, you get everything in one go, the full hour-and-a-half movie or whatever. But this is so iconic. I love these movies so much. I cannot wait to revisit this in glorious HD. And there it is, folks. That is the final haul of 2024. It's been a wild and crazy month. Some amazing pickups. I have a bunch more that did not make it for this video, so look forward to the first one in 2025. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, subscribing, and being a part of Manga Geekdom here on YouTube. I truly do appreciate it. God bless. Stay safe out there. I will catch all of you on the next one.